Frank Darris, America's top insurance attorney. And today, well, as you know, it's back to school time, but is your child properly insured?
We're going to talk about a renter's insurance policy so that when we send our kids to school, we as parents don't have to worry. You know, last year there were 4,000 fires in university resident halls and over 12,000 thefts. Now that's something to think about. Get an Apple computer, we're talking $2,000. And, you know, got a roommate, that's $4,000. Think about the bicycle. They each brought a bicycle to school, and they got luggage. I mean, this is the easiest thing since diced bread. They break in, they roll out the bicycles, they throw everything of value into your kids' suitcases, and inside of 5 or 10 minutes, they've made off with 10 or 20 grand worth of stuff. But here's where it gets tricky. You know, my daughter lived with 9 other girls and 3 floors, 3 kitchens. Gary, 9 women with curling irons and hair dryers, and we've got these chargers now that are charging iPads and cell phones. And if it wasn't a sea of extension cords walking around that house and up and down, it was an accident waiting to happen. And certainly if your kids have a pet. A lot of college kids love those dogs. Hey, what happens at a party? Dog gets mad, bites somebody slips or trips or take the loop-de-loo off the balcony. That's exactly what we want this coverage for.
What percentage of college kids are protected with renter's insurance?
Less than 1%.
Mike.
Less than 1%.
That makes you,
less than 1%.
Makes you weep. Why isn't the insurance industry, or why hasn't your agent beat the bass drum? They ain't making any money off of it. That's why.
Anytime you and I see an insurance product that isn't advertised, that's something that we want. If your kids have a house, they've got a balcony, they've got a swimming pool, they've got pets, they've got extension cords, somebody slips or trips or falls, gets injured, that rental policy will cover you to almost $300,000 for an accident. And kids get hurt, parties get wild, so we get liability coverage. Most important, if there's a fire or your kids are displaced from that house or that apartment, sure, the apartment owner or the house owner has coverage for the structure, but your kids' clothes and toaster ovens and microwaves and televisions, if there's smoke damage or water damage, Gary, that stuff adds up quickly, and that's where renter's insurance comes in. And, folks, it's stupid cheap. We're talking $20 a month, $30 a month, and we get $15,000, $20,000 worth of personal property protection. We get liability coverage, and God forbid there's a fire where they've got to move. I mean, kids can be displaced from a small kitchen fire for 8 weeks, 12 weeks. I really like the replacement cost coverage. It's a few pennies more a day. It's a Starbucks a week coffee in terms of getting replacement coverage. But here's what it does. Somebody breaks into my kid's apartment, and he takes the TV in the living room, the TV in the bedroom, all 3 of the computers, plus the smartphones. They grab the microwave, and they walk off with $20,000 worth of stuff. Now, typically, it's when you bought it, there's wear and tear on it, so the insurance company charges us depreciation. And it's really the actual cash value. How much is it depreciated since we bought it? I don't like that brain damage for my kids. If somebody comes in and swipes all my stuff, here's what I want to do. I want to go right down to Best Buy or the local electronics store, and I want to replace it and have it back in my apartment that afternoon. And that replacement coverage is great. So, renter's insurance, folks, please. It is as simple as calling your agent or your broker. You get a discount because you probably already have a homeowner's policy or an auto policy, and you can stack this coverage, which means we bundle it. for $300 a year, oh my. How do we not get that to sleep easy at night for our kids?